Hi guys, I'm gonna read you some of my journals. Children suffering the throes of viral discontent, longing for the perfect vista of solar luminosity, the tryst of dire liaisons, seething with animosity. My heart beats erratic for the hyperactive synapses, a genetic flaw that creates fractured ideals in the collective sense. Endless melancholy for days gone by, but we know that lingering too long on emotional stratum. How dare I not finish my sentence in my own journal? Ugh. They call themselves white blood cells and label me invading matter, something to assimilate into the digestive system, yes, through the bloodstream. Because that wasn't a forecasted outcome, like I don't really know what that anomaly is. My foul mouth shall be the end of my career, and likewise the consternation of future generations. The cyclical nature of history will also revile me, until I can find the hole in the fourth dimension. Although a tesseract is likely fifth dimensional or higher, the distractions rarely coincide with topics at hand, not unlike the clouds of cocaine in the environment. Asbestos for the New World Order, and so pleasing to the salient characters that created themselves in a sea of Dirac. Dirac was a physicist? Maybe? Anyway, hypothetical space, possibly rife with nonsensical data, the threshold of supreme awareness. Not some divine being, but a state that can be claimed through meditation and discipline. So you're not divine, but you can get up there with Madonna and her Kabbalah symbols on her hands. If I could melt your... That song? To fraternize with peers, like you said, it would be a frank discussion about insanity, to dispel popular myths, a schizoid outlook that fulminates outside understood parameters, to be obsessed with quantum mechanics, an eloquent presupposition I do not understand, to upset my belly. Yeah, anyway. Solidify a physical constitution, careening through broke-down apartment building, cascading down the current walls, flaccid and unspectacular, but eager to contribute a fiscal fair forecast. Written down in electronic ledgers, cream of the crop and awkward in the foreground. Celibacy hasn't worked out the way I thought it would, planting all the cursive writing away from prying eyes. That's the modus operandi, to catch the sleeping children off guard. But beyond the shock value, it's only a few extra letters, syllables, etc. When we're back to obsession and failure is no longer an option, to exhale in the dark shades of red, only avoiding the inevitable and the unlikely chance that your dreams offer prophetic message. Not that it really appealed to adjacent personages, only coincidentally present, unavailable the rest of the year. Just one instance of unabashed glee, celebrating with cheap liquor laced with pheromones, but too shy for physical speech. A separate point of intersection for all your brazen ideals, chalking it up to more failure. The pattern is simply too short and suffocating, but don't let any cynicism disrupt meaningful progress towards true resolution. An isolated track of precious stones beneath the journal entry. You assume that it was the only option available, but I made a big deal to distract your mother. See? I knew you didn't want it, but continue cutting the corner at my expense and blame it on war, famine, disease. I'll sit outside in the blistering cold, my toes separating from the foot and wriggling deep below the earth, perhaps growing into some form of flora, the animals feasting upon ripe bulbs of red fruit. It calls entire tribes of primates instead of simply letting the natural outcome take hold for all the world to see. Power of three. Using three pseudo-truths as basis for your conclusion. Now my regret comes forward. Perhaps this wasn't the best idea. Too late for regret, and now it detracts from real progress to be had. It separated my autonomy from socialism, communism, slander. Slander is cause for imprisonment, like we fracture ideals to make an excuse, a lazy eye. There it is, again, my responsibility, the debt to mankind. It still eludes my understanding how anyone could choose life in this manner. Especially when I just said an hour ago that the only persisting aspects of humanity that manages to slip into eternity are the undesirable components, and attempting to love the pain only causes it to escape into anti-universe. Because the pain is necessary. That is something I can understand, but only because it is inescapable. Fool's anointment. A pointless ceremony, a crown that means nothing, only a show of style and fashion. Yet it soothes my heart, losing their animosity. In the field of philosophy, but only appearing boring on purpose, to dissuade unwanted curiosity, just like your parents taught you. Dancing in the desert, my hands placed inside campfire, and a column of neon green light explodes to the sky, just like you said. January 14th, 2015. It was 2 years ago. Another few more corpses to suckle upon. Unlike the previous incarnations, this one fills up the foreground. Manages to suffocate lazy and fat children, removing a heavy weight from the trembling load of capitalism, so difficult to keep those redundant corporations afloat. And it has situated itself in the midst of disease. But why not? Something nobody expected. Another temptation that refuses to learn its own name. So, let's humiliate the faggot as often as possible to line our pockets with swag? I mean, oh, you want my swag? You want all my swag? I figured it out by reading my journal from 2 years ago.